Hi, I'm not Alan from Newlands, but I'm Ray from Newlands. Alan's not well at the moment. It seems a bit strange doing a gardening thing right now and showing you cuttings, because I suspect many of you that at the moment are out with snow around the area and it's particularly cold. But today we're going to do a different way of doing mints. I think Alan did a video on doing mint cuttings just before Christmas. I'm going to look to show you how to do it by mint roots. Mint roots is somewhere slightly easier to do when it's through the winter or a very early spring, because you tend not to have much of the top to get cuttings early in the spring. So this is what we're going to do. So we've got some mint that we've had in pots for probably about 4 or 5 months, and they're quite, you can see they're rooted right through. I'm pulling those roots off to make it easy to get the pot off and giving it a good squeeze. And I'm hoping when I get this pot off, we'll be able to see a lot of cut roots. It's certainly well in there. Yeah, so with a mint, you may not have seen them, but you get these large white roots. If I pull it apart, you can actually see part of the plant has got a little bit of green on top and the root. So I can certainly do a cutting from that part where you can already see a green, which will make it get away a bit quicker. I'm going to not those scissors, I'm going to use these scissors. And so you can just cut a chunk off. So that would be cutting. But you can, with the mint, also do a piece that hasn't got any green at all. So if I cut that piece there off, if you look closely, you might not be able to see on the video, you can see a lot of hairy bits which are the roots starting to come. So that will produce shoots, and that you can clearly get this time of year. Okay, and you can just pull any bits off. That's quite a big bit. I can do a smaller bit. I could do a piece just that small, that size, and then effectively, once you've cut as many as you want off, you can repot the plant back if you want. And then it's a case of planting the cuttings. I'm going to tip this tray up a bit, so the idea that hopefully you can see what I'm doing a bit better. So I find personally you've got 2 options. You can fill the tray completely, then dip a hole and put the root in. Personally, I find it much easier to sprinkle a little bit of soil in the bottom of each of the holes. So I'm not even half filling it, shake it around just so it's level. And so there's not much soil in there at all. And then I'll just drop the root in. Doesn't have to be any particular way up. Just push it in. That green bit I'll leave sticking out, but it doesn't have to, it could go under. So I've only done enough to do that row, but just to show you what you do. And then once you've got them in there, it's just as simple as thrilling it up. I will just pull that bit of green out when I can find, if I can find it, because I might as well have that out. It'll get a bit of growth probably quicker. And it's simple as that. One thing you really don't want to forget after that is to water it. Not soak it, just so the compost is moist. And then if you can put it somewhere warmer, they'll come much quicker. You can also use a top if you choose to, but that's as much as they're probably just keeping it warmer and keeping the humidity slightly higher. But with a root cutting, you can just leave it open. But go for somewhere warm, windowsill potentially, and then it should grow away relatively quickly.